Gentlemen, let me be real with you for a moment. Have you ever walked away from an intimate moment quietly asking yourself if she truly felt it or if she was just being kind? That question crosses the mind of more men than you might think. If you have felt that doubt before, you are far from alone. Here is something most men never hear. Many women admit they have pretended before, not out of deception or lack of care, but because speaking up about desire does not always feel safe or easy for them. Silence often feels simpler than honesty in vulnerable moments. Now, here is where it gets interesting. When thousands of women across different countries were asked what they genuinely want during intimacy, their answers challenged almost everything men assume. It was not about technique, performance, or copying what you have seen elsewhere. The truth went much deeper than that. In this video, I am going to walk you through those answers clearly and simply, step by step, no guesswork, no awkward confusion. By the time we finish, you will understand what women long for but rarely say, and how you can bring that understanding into your relationship starting tonight. Before we go further, take a second to support the channel. Tap the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments where you are watching from. Seeing men from all over the world learning and growing together is what makes this space powerful. Now, let us clear away one of the most common misunderstandings immediately. Many men assume women care mainly about size, performance, or lasting power. You have likely heard the saying, "It is not the size of the boat, it is the motion of the ocean." The truth is, that idea only scratches the surface. What women truly want runs much deeper than physical actions alone. Across years of research and countless studies on intimacy and women's health, one finding keeps showing up. A woman's fulfillment has very little to do with your body, your height, or how many moves you have learned. What matters most is how she feels in the moment. Does she feel wanted, protected, and emotionally close while being touched? Pause and really take that in. From a biological point of view, when a woman feels safe and genuinely desired, her brain releases oxytocin and dopamine. These hormones allow her body to relax and respond naturally to pleasure. When she feels criticized, hurried, or overlooked, her nervous system shifts into defense mode, and desire shuts down almost instantly. So the belief that women only want a man who performs like a machine in bed is simply wrong. The reality is this: women long for a man who helps them feel noticed, valued, and deeply desired. For those new here, welcome. I am Dr. Ada James, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist with 5 years of clinical experience. I have worked with hundreds of men and couples to rebuild confidence, intimacy, and satisfaction. I can tell you with certainty, the gap between what men assume women want and what they truly want is massive. That is why this channel exists, to share real, science-backed truths in clear language, so you can stop doubting yourself and start thriving in your health and relationships. All right, let us break down the 5 strongest desires women admitted to in that worldwide survey. I will walk you through the science, the emotional meaning, and the real-life side of each one. Desire number 5 is emotional security before physical desire. This is a reality many men tend to overlook. For women, arousal does not begin in the body. It begins in the mind. From a biological standpoint, a woman's limbic system, the emotional core of the brain, must feel safe before her body can fully respond. When she feels tense, distracted, or anxious, blood flow to her pelvic area decreases, making arousal harder to reach. Emotionally, safety means she does not feel criticized, rushed, or pressured. In practical terms, this looks like slowing things down, paying attention to her signals, asking simple questions such as, "Do you like this?" or "Should I keep going?" and truly listening to her responses. When that sense of safety is present, the next desire naturally begins to surface. Desire number 4 is the need to feel genuinely wanted. Gentlemen, this one carries serious weight. Women said repeatedly, "I want to feel that he wants me, not just the moment, but me." Why does this matter so much? Biologically, when a woman senses real desire, her body releases dopamine, which prepares the brain for pleasure. Emotionally, hearing things like, "I cannot stop thinking about you," or "you drive me crazy," eases insecurity and builds a sense of confidence. Practically, this means using your voice. Do not stay quiet. Say what you feel. Simple statements like, "You turn me on so much," or "I love how you feel in my arms," carry more impact than any advanced technique. Let us be honest, this is where many men hesitate. Why? Because talking during intimacy feels uncomfortable. But trust me, men who learn this skill often have women who return again and again because they feel awakened both emotionally and physically. Desire number 3 is variety and surprise. Let us clear up another false idea. Women are not looking for a fixed routine. They respond to change. Biologically, the brain thrives on novelty. Dopamine rises when something feels new or unexpected. That is why small shifts in pace, pressure, or place can feel exciting. Emotionally, variety signals care. It says, "I am present and paying attention." Practically, this does not mean extreme moves or complicated positions. It can be as simple as whispering instead of speaking normally, or moving from soft kisses to deeper ones at the right moment. One useful rule is this: change only one thing at a time: speed, pressure, or position. One small change can feel like a whole new experience. Desire number 2 is clear, confident communication. Many men assume talking during intimacy means explicit words, but that is not what women want most. They want clarity and confidence. Biologically, clarity lowers uncertainty, reducing stress hormones like cortisol and allowing desire to flow. Emotionally, giving feedback or asking for it builds trust. Practically, communication can be as simple as saying yes right there when something feels good, or slower when you want to guide her. This is where many men go wrong. They stay silent and hope she understands. Silence is often mistaken for disinterest. Your voice, however, creates connection. Desire number 1 is aftercare and affection. Now we are at the top of the list, the one need women said matters most but rarely gets asked for. It is not skill. It is not endurance. It is what happens after the climax. Reassurance and closeness. Biologically, women release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, after orgasm. When there is no touch or emotional presence afterward, that surge can quickly turn into sadness or self-doubt. Emotionally, aftercare sends one clear message: you matter beyond the moment. In real terms, aftercare does not require anything complicated. It can be holding her close, brushing her hair back, softly saying, "I loved being with you," or staying present instead of turning away and reaching for your phone. This is where many men miss the mark. While they think intimacy ends at climax, for women, the most meaningful part often begins right after. So how do you apply this without overthinking it? Keep it simple. First, lead with presence. Before anything starts, take a few seconds to ground yourself and focus on her, not your performance. Second, use one phrase at each stage. Appreciation early, guidance during, desire at the peak, affection after. Nothing more. Third, practice alone. If words feel awkward, rehearse a few lines privately until they sound natural. Do this consistently and you will notice deeper connection, stronger confidence, and more fulfilling experiences. And if this feels unfamiliar, that does not mean you are failing. It means you are learning. Most men were never shown this side of intimacy. In many cases, they were taught to avoid the topic altogether. But learning does not stop with age. Whether you are 30, 50, or 70, you can still develop new skills, deepen connection, and experience a level of intimacy that once felt out of reach. Here's the truth that matters most. Women are not searching for perfection. They are searching for connection. They want to feel desired, surprised, reassured, and held. And you already have what it takes to offer that. Not through size or stamina, but through your presence, your words, and your attention. If this message connected with you, take a moment to support the channel. Like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a lift in confidence. In the comments, let me know which of the 5 desires stood out to you the most. I truly enjoy reading your experiences. Remember this: growing older does not mean losing vitality. With the right habits, you can restore confidence, comfort, and ease in your intimate life. You deserve that. She deserves that. And together, you can build it. I am Dr. Ada James. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.